Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to school. Today is Friday, September 17th, 2021. We're glad you're back with us for a day of learning. Not much sunshine, though. Today is going to be liquid sunshine, or what we call rain in Seattle, right, and in Monroe. So it's supposed to be a rainy day. It's supposed to get even wetter over the weekend, so we hope you have a great day of learning as you're going to be a little wet today. As we get started, today is the 17th of September, and it is Constitution Day as well as Blue Friday. I'm wearing my Seahawks gear. I hope you are too, or wearing your blue for that. It is Constitution Day because back on September 17th, 1787, that was a long time ago, 234 years ago actually, our Constitution was written by the people that started our country. So in 1787, they sat down and they wrote out some things that they wanted to make sure this new country would have as far as people's rights. And so they started off in 1787. It took actually a couple years to ratify it or like to vote on it for each state. So each state back then, and there were only 13, those 13 states had to vote and decide if they wanted to accept that Constitution. So that Constitution gave us different rights. So like the first amendment to the Constitution is the right to free speech. Like I can say what I want to say. It also was the right to religion, to believe in the religion that you wanted to believe in. Also, it was the right to have a press, a free press. That is people to go and check and fact check and make sure that the people in the country knew what was going on around the country. Also to assemble. It was the right to assemble. So that very first amendment was a huge one for the right to free speech, assembly, free press, and free religion. So that was a big one. We had some other ones that came along too as we became a country, like about almost 100 years after we became a country. The 13th Amendment gave us, in the Constitution, that gave us, it abolished slavery. And so slavery went away with the 13th Amendment. So no one could be a slave anymore in our country, which was great. Then about 100 years ago, we had the 19th Amendment, and it gave women the right to vote. I can't believe it took that long, but finally half of our population could vote. So women were allowed to vote starting in 1920, about 100 years ago, and that was the 19th Amendment. And when I was a kid, they still are doing amendments to the Constitution as we find things that we want to change from that. So the 26th Amendment, when I was in first grade, the 26th Amendment was the right to vote when you're 18. So before that, you had to be 21 to vote. So you can see the Constitution has changed over time a little bit. And so we're still adding amendments as we see that we need to. So they started off with 10, and then they've been adding ones ever since. So Perry just gave you a little history lesson on the Constitution. And the Constitution started with what's called a preamble. And it kind of goes like this. I learned this back in fourth grade, and maybe you can learn it too. In fact, if you can practice this and you can cite it like I can still, 50 years later, or about 50 years later, stop by my office. If you can recite it to me, I've got a prize for you. That's right. So here's how the preamble goes. Perry, you ready? Okay. It goes, "We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, to establish justice and ensure domestic tranquility," tranquility means like peace, "provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourself and our posterity." That's like people after us, like our kids and stuff and grandkids. "We do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." So that's the start of the Constitution. That's how it starts. That's called the preamble. And I learned that back in fourth grade, and I still remember it today. So if you think you can memorize and learn the preamble to the Constitution, try and do that, and come by and see me. And I've got a prize for you if you can do that. All right? So as we get started on this Friday, Seahawk Friday, and Constitution Day for you, just a few announcements for you. We have one birthday today. Let me see here. I've got it right here. Perry, you ready? Can you read that? It's what? Happy birthday to Sailor Fridas. Happy birthday, Sailor. You can come on down and pick out of the birthday bucket. Actually, tomorrow's Sailor's birthday, right? So happy birthday tomorrow to you, Sailor. And then, boys and girls, I just wanted to welcome you to Frylands. Look at this poster here. This is a great poster to share for everybody. It says, "You're now a Falcon with Falcon friends and are part of our Falcon community. We have Falcon rules and a Falcon way of doing things. So when you make a decision, ask yourself, what would a Falcon do? You'll make a good choice, get a good result, and enjoy a good time. So every day is a great day to be a Falcon." And that kind of fits with the Constitution, right? So we all have rights, but we also have responsibilities. So along with rights, we also have responsibilities as citizens of our country, and we have rights and responsibilities as citizens of Frylands Elementary School. Right, Perry? So boys and girls, what would a Falcon do, right? Think of that every day as you're doing things. What would a Falcon do? And always remember, it's a great day to be a Falcon. All right, boys and girls, have an awesome day of learning, and always remember, your Frylands family cares about you. Teachers, please lead your students in the Pledge of Allegiance. Perry, can you turn off the camera? Can you do that?